Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. So, this is really impromptu. So, I'm on vacation, still having a ball, and I'm trying to get my lighting right. I'm so kind of jet lagged now. I really am. Okay, there it is. Wait, oops. Okay, let me get some light. I could actually open up these blinds. If you've been following me, you know that now I'm in another city. Maybe that'll help. I have no idea. Anyway, sliding situation is doing something different. But anyhow, I'm just gonna be brief with you guys today. Um, I'm actually so excited because I'm on this journey to discover myself again when it comes to learning to relax and vacation, not travel, but really vacation, like relax, enjoy everything around me, and don't sweat the small stuff. I was sick uh, before my trip. I actually had to change some flight stuff around. I had to go to the clinic. And if you're one of my TikTok fans, go over to TikTok. I did a whole video on getting sick right before my trip. But I didn't let it stop me. And shout out to CBS. They really did me well again this time. I just want to say hello, hello, hello. And this is I'm losing my day. Let's see. Day 5 of my vacation, and I'm so enjoying it, enjoying it, enjoying it, enjoying it. It's awesome. It is super awesome, and being in those cities that have all the palm trees, and yes, California has palm trees, but it's nothing like that East Coast palm trees. Fun in the sun, the water, the beaches. I am having a blast, and I am now at destination city number 2, and it does have palm trees, but it's more of a thicker foliage. Um, some of these little mysterious animals just be crawling around all day, all night. And it's illegal to kill them. That's another hint about my city number 2. But anyway, I am in awe of how beautiful it is outside. Got here late yesterday and had a really nice dinner and some sweet treats, had some sweet treats, and kind of did a mini itinerary for the next 6 or 7 days here. So I'm just excited. You guys, I am here to encourage you that first of all, we have to plan our finances so that we will be able to do what we need to do when it comes to when it comes to traveling. I want you to be able to travel and manage your money. So this is what this is about. Remember, we're this is a week 7 recap, and I actually can't remember what I spent. Oh, I do. I won't know the exact figures because I don't have my papers in front of me because I'm on vacation, but I do remember some sketchy amounts. All right, I met a super new friend. Actually, two. One I knew, but I had never seen her face to face. One of my visiting uh, friends, and she came down and she introduced me to another friend that lives in my city. She's from the visit as well, and so we had a girls' night out, and it ended up being my treat because they were so fabulous. So I think we spent about $75. That's with tip and all, and then I spent another $10 for parking, so that was like 85. And I think I spent like $7 or $8 at the Dollar Tree. So 75, 85. It was less than $100, but it was well worth it because sometimes excuse me, when you're cultivating friendships and all, you just, no one asked me to pay for it or anything. I just felt really, really good. And remember the week before, my friends had come and they had blessed me with $100 gift card. So I was like, let me bless someone else. Now I didn't use that specific money on that. I'll have to tell you later what I spent that money on. But I was really, really excited just to meet some new friends, and to laugh and just, get out. And it was really great because it was right before, the week before my vacation, and it was just so nice. So, yes, I went over the $45. Okay, it's all good because sewing into friendships and into lives, um, and really having the money to do it, is also a blessing as well. But tell me, how did you spend your money for these last few weeks? Like, what did you do? What did you do? What did you spend your money on? What did you do? What did you spend your money on? I want to know. What you so what you spend your money on last week? Those are the things that I want to know about what you did last week. And also, even if you did not meet your goals, it's cool. Remember what we're doing in the order we're doing it in. We're thinking about how we got into our financial situation. We're starting to forgive ourselves, forgive our family members, people that didn't teach us things. And then we made a solid agreement to stop spending. And then we decided to go on a desired weekly goal, 25 or $45 a week, that we would control our spending with that. And we would start saving for our what? Emergency fund. And we want to get $1,000. But in the meantime, every cent that we have, we'll forward and put money in our emergency fund. And then after that, we'll go into that first bill, our $200 credit card that we normally pay $10, and we'll start paying $50. We're going to sacrifice, we're going to find the money. We got that $50, and each month, and for 4 months, now we've paid off that $200. And in the meantime, we're going to pay fully, um, on time and no missed payments on those other bills. We will remember that what? We can't be late and we cannot pay. We're just going to put the minimums on those other bills, and then we'll start paying them down like the snowball effect. Remember, don't forget to be excited that you made a payment, that you finished a payment, that you paid off a bill. Rejoice and be excited in that now, not later, now. So that's another good thing. And after that, you go to the next bill and the next bill, and we call that the snowball effect. That is what we want to do to pay our bills off. And in the meantime, we want to enjoy life and think of ways in which we can do and be better. So now that we have that under control, let's go and look at what are we going to do for 2024. I would like for you to think of three financial goals. We have about 29 more days in this each year, all right? And so what are you going to do? We're not going to end the year in a negative light. We're going to be positive, and we're going to set some goals. We're going to have a vision of what 24 will look like for you. What is 2024 going to look like for you? What do you want to see? You want to save money for a house. You want to decrease your debt. You want to save money for a much needed car. You want to save money for your emergency fund. What is it? I want you to think of three top financial priorities. Some of you need to, number one, need to be stop spending. And number two needs to be put yourself on a real spending allowance. Yes. But whatever your thing is, make sure you make it happen and write it down. Okay, take out a paper and pencil. We're gonna pause, or you can put your note section in your computer or on your phone. Have a note section. You might just have a piece of paper, a scraggly piece of paper. I don't care. Get something out because we're looking at 2024. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I do not want you to be in 2024 the same way you were in 2023. We got to have some goals, baby girl. We got to have some goals. Handsome man, goals, 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 financial goals. We want to get with the program with our finances. So we got 29 days of thinking, pondering, coming up with a strategy. We already have done our budget. Remember that budget is what you write down, what you owe, what you have coming in, when is it coming in, and when is it going out, and deciding how you will strategize to pay those things off, starting with your lowest bill, okay? And getting rid of some things like you don't need that much cable, you don't need the Netflix and Hulu. Give up some things. Don't use so much money on those groceries. Let's do some meatless Mondays. Do some things where we can cut down on that grocery bill and stop riding around in that car using up all that gas, that's gas. Stay home sometime. Do something to decrease debt. Yes. Stay off the computer and stop shopping. These are the things that we're going to do. But in the meantime, what are the three things? Focus, Daniel, son. What are the three things that you're going to do to have three goals of financial transference? And when I say transformation, not transference. Transformation. I want you to transform. Oh, I just keep saying that. You're not transferring that debt to someone else and giving it to somebody else. Call your mama and say, Mama, pay off my bills. Call your dad and say, Daddy, pay off my bills. They might not pay all of them. They might pay one. Call your boyfriend, your girlfriend, say, for Christmas, you know what I want? I want you to pay this $200 bill so I can be debt free. Don't buy me no pocketbook. Don't take me on no trip. Give me some money because I want to get out of debt, get out of debt, get out of debt. That's what you do. So come up with the plan. Three things. Yes. One, two, three. Three things that you're going to do different in 2024 that you're not doing in 2023 to change your financial situation. Yes. What do you want to do? Focus on your finances. Look at your bills. Look at your situation. If you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, you're taking from your light bill to pay your gas bill. You're taking from your rent to get some gas in your car, whatever you're doing, but come up with a plan to stop living from paycheck to paycheck, to have a little money in your emergency fund because the rainy day will come. What is the plan? What is the goal for 2024 with your finances? I just asked for three, but if you have 6, 7, or 8 goals, sometimes when you make these goals and you don't meet them, you make the goal and you don't meet them and you get discouraged. Set 3 realistic, call these SMART goals. We want some realistic goals that you can accomplish. You're going to be specific about it. What are you going to do? That's how specific. I am going to pay off my first debt by March. How am I going to do it? I'm going to take every bit of extra money that I have coming in from December to March and put on that first debt. I will reduce some spending in other areas of my life to make sure that this is done. I will not waver. I will be accomplished by March. I will pay off that debt. And this is how I'm going to do it. Yes, yes, yes. That's what we're going to do. Oh, my lovely Jill is on the line and she has her 3 goals. Here we go. Morning, Jill. Morning, Jill. I'm at my mystery location number 2. If you're following me on TikTok, I've been doing this whole series of where I am. It's so much fun. I just did another release, but I'm not going to release it till tomorrow, but I did another video. Okay. Jill says 3 goals: reduce spending, reduce debt, and organize her savings. Now, this is good. Reducing her spending. She's made a decision to reduce her spending. Number 2, she says reducing her debt. All right. So when you reduce your spending, that means you're not adding any new debt. And then you reduce your debt. That means she's trying to pay something off. All right. And then she's going to organize her savings, meaning she's going to be purposeful with her savings and she's going to get them organized. She might have money a little bit over different places. So she's going to organize how she prioritizes her savings and where she puts her savings. That is great, Jill. That is great. Yes. And that's very easy to do. She's very specific. She says, that she's going to reduce her spending. And she's already been with us 7 weeks. This is weird in the 8th week now. That she's, been prioritizing and thinking about how she's spending her money. and then reducing her debt. She's thought about this for many, many months because we've discussed it. Now she's doing her debt reduction and now organizing her savings. Jill is one of my prime people that have been brought into my life to motivate me and encourage me. And she's doing so well with her finances. She recognizes the things and she makes them happen. And she also just is really good with thinking about what is going on with her spending. And I just love her, and I love the fact that she's staying focused these 8 weeks. And sometimes, we do really, really good, and sometimes we don't. But we're doing much better in these 8 weeks than we've done ever because we're accountable to each other and we're setting these small goals of trying to do the 25 or $45. So thank you, Jill. Thank you, Jill, so much for reducing the spending, reducing debt, and organize your savings. Now, I want to ask you a question, Jill. Can you, if you're comfortable with this, how are you? Yes, and she said she's reduced her spending drastically. Uh-huh, drastically. That means she's done a really good job. First of all, you just have to commit and make that decision that you want to do it. That's why these 8 weeks have been so wonderful because all of us have decided that we're going to reduce our spending. Once you do that, you become conscious, you become aware. And so, Jill, what I would like to ask you, when you speak about organizing your savings, can you give me a little bit more about how you going? What's the strategy when you say organizing your savings? Can you give us a little bit on that to help the people that may be on or may watch this video? I would love to know. And while Jill is getting that together, if you're comfortable, Jill, I had to organize my savings too because I had money that I was saving for different things all over the place. And then I had to say, okay, let me put money over here for my vacation. Let me put my money over here for the high yield savings. Let me put this over here for that emergency fund that is connected. So if something happens, like not that I am not gonna do right by my money, but I'm a landlord and I had money coming from my renters and something happened and they weren't able for the last 3 months. They're doing some new system and my money was not where it was supposed to be timely, but it didn't mess anything up because I had money somewhere else and I just rolled it over there and paid the bill because remember I keep money extra for that one rental property. The other one's paid off. But things like that happen. So I had to organize my money so I say bob and weave and pull money when things like that occur. Yes, you have it, but you need to be able to get to that money when you need to move things around for a true, and that was an emergency because the money came later. It just came in the mail and not direct deposit. And it was 9 days later instead of the first day of the month. So it's those things that you have to be very, very, very cognizant of. And that's why I tell y'all, this one girl on TikTok, okay, I see you. This girl on TikTok, she got mad because I said I had five savings accounts. Who has time for all that? Well, I have a lot of things going on. And I don't have any debts that I'm worried about. So my savings is important, my retirement, my high yield savings, my emergency funds, you know, and all those things that I have different places. And I have money. I'm going to tell y'all, I'm trying to go. Not I'm trying. I'm going to the Super Bowl 2026. So I've been saving 150 to 200 a pay period. So when that comes, that money will be there. So that's why I have different accounts. That's my business. You get you some business and you save money the way you want to save money, but don't be negative about it. You just should be glad somebody's savings. Just because you can't manage a bunch of accounts, I choose to put my money in different places. I don't care how you do it. Just get the money, leave it alone, and don't spend it and use it for what you allocate it for. All right, now we're going back to Jill. Okay, Jill says she has about 5 accounts and savings in all those accounts, but not specifically, yes, not specifically decided for any particular goals. Because I like saving money, but it wasn't organized. Oh, I see what she's saying. She's just like me. She just had money for different things that she knew what she wanted to do, but it wasn't organized to say, oh, so she has her investments that are separate, and separate, which is good, because she has a retirement account and she has some little fun things that she loves to do with some stocks, like that. But she also has some different savings accounts. And what she was saying was she had them, but she didn't specifically say what particular goal for each. And that's what she's trying to do. And she's trying to organize it. So that's one of those goals, of those three goals for 2024. She said that she wanted to organize her savings. So that's what she's going to do. I am super excited about that. Okay, great job. Thanks for sharing, Jill. And I want people to know that none of us are perfect and we're all on this journey together. But you made that decision to reduce your spending, and reduce your debt, and to organize her savings. And she has a plan for that, and I love that. Yes, we cancers, we got to do what we got to do. Yes, and I am so happy for you, Jill. It's really good because, like I said, it's 29 days of the month. Now, you out there, all my friends, I want to see you on this live. Let me see you. Put something in the comments. Do some likes. We have to get up our likes because this is time that we're focusing on our financial future. What is it that you feel like you can do in the next 29 days? Like Jill, she wrote it down. She was specific. She said she's reducing her spending, she's reducing her debt, and she's organizing her savings for a whole 12 months. She's got time to get that done, but she's decided 30 days before this happens of a plan of how she's going to do it. Now, of course, she's not going to tell us every single thing because that's not our business, but she's given us a sneak peek of the things that she's desired. She has a goal. She wrote them down and she's going to execute them. So these next 29 days, Jill is working on that plan. So remember, at the beginning of January, she will start executing that plan. She's just tidying things up, getting her mind right, putting things on paper, and coming up with a plan. You can have goals and objectives all day, but if you don't write things down and give some finite dates and times and a strategy of how you're going to do it, it won't last. And the best part of goals is when you achieve them. Stop setting these long goals, even though you're going to do it in 12 months. Set you some short quarterly goals. That's 4 months, 4 times, which is every 3 months. Say, I'm going to do this by quarter number one, January, February, March, quarter number one. Quarter number two, April, May, June. By the end of June, you should have such and such done. And then July, August, September, quarter number three, what will you have done? And then October, November, December, what will you have done? That way you can start celebrating. Y'all know my big pet peeve for me is to start enjoying and embracing my small wins and even my big wins. I just set a goal and then I run to something else and I never be excited to do or to enjoy that moment. And that's what I have learned to do now, to take the time to say, oh my God, in 16 months, I paid off 124K in debt, 30,000 mortgage debt, and 94 in consumer debt. 2.5 years later, I'm living my best life. I'm traveling. I'm on a 16-day excursion around the U.S. and abroad to just enjoy myself, to learn to enjoy the money that I have now, the investments. I met my savings investment of 50K. I actually have 51, and I need to go check my account. I'm so excited. I have 51K that I've saved this year, in my high yield savings. Those are the things that I do. I want to be an example. Now, I'm not saying I do everything right, um, but I'm saving that money because there's a big investment coming at the end of 2024 that I can be a part of. So I'm leaving that money. So when that investment comes, I can pull that money out and I can, get me about 20+% interest on that money. So there's a reason why it's sitting there. Right now it's only making about 5 or 6%, but it's okay. It's okay. It's making something. All right. And I'm not tempted to bother it because it's over there for a reason. And I'm excited. So this is the end of the year. I do want to caution you. You got 29 days. Add to your retirement. You can max out at 30,000 if you're 50 and above, because you take your the minimum and then your catch up. So make sure you do that, and also plan. Now that they're giving us more money for next year, go ahead and reset your retirement. So January 1, that you could start at, taking advantage of every extra penny that they're giving us. I'm not going to call out any dollar amounts because I don't want people to get caught up on the, oh, she's putting 30,000. Stay in your lane, stay in your lane, because don't worry about what I'm doing. Just do you, boo. I love you. Do you. Stay in your lane. If you're putting 10,000 a year, salute you. If you're putting 5,000, if you ain't putting but 2,000, put the money in your retirement, because retirement's coming and I want you to be successful. All right. So go over there and look at that retirement account and do what you need to do. Jill just said we need to look at it in black and white so we can get a visual. Yes, say it loud so you can hear it often. Your mind is literal. Yes. So what Jill is talking about, those goals and objectives you're making for 2024, those three financial goals, say them out loud, write them down, put them on your walls, on your bathroom walls. I put on my mirror in my bathroom, on your refrigerator, because you know you be in that refrigerator way too much. I'm actually talking to myself. I need to be pointing to myself on the refrigerator, because you just go in there, get something to eat, get something to eat. And in your bathroom, because you're in your bathroom all the time, you're getting ready, you're brushing your teeth. You need to look at and have your little mantras. You know what I mean? Like, have your mantras. Hey, overpowered, how are you? Hey, overpowered, how are you? So what we're doing is we're trying to decide what three things that we're going to focus on in 2024. What are the three things that you're focusing on financially, setting goals for these last 29 days of the month? So what do you think you could do, overpowered? What do you want to do to set your financial goals? Trading. Oh, you want to start trading. Okay. Now don't come over here and trying to take over if you're not going to just talk about what we're talking about. Now trading, if that's something that you want to do, that's new, that's great. That is awesome. So you want to add trading too. That's good. They're adding trading to their goals and objective. That is wonderful. Great job, overpowered, and drop shipping. Okay, that's good. And so over here, we're looking at stop spending and focusing on our financial goals. And those things are stop spending, start reducing our debt, and making sure we have an emergency fund. Some of these things like trading and drop shipping, those are for more advanced people that already have money that they've saved, and they're in a debt reduction phase, and they have emergency fund. You don't need to get into all these other things until you have your stop spending under control. Yes, yes. You want to make sure you have, yes, overpowered. I see you. You want to make sure that you have some money in the bank for that emergency fund, because things will happen, and start having a plan to reduce your debt using that snowball method. So I'm excited. Now, let me tell you guys, I'm going to tell you what my three goals is to continue my savings journey, because I've already maxed out my retirement. Every year I do that. Um, okay, what should you start without spending money on? Okay, so first things first. I don't know if you've been following me. Some people follow me through on the background, and they're watching, but they're not like interactive. So what I'm gonna say to you, Overpower, is the first thing you should say to yourself, am I overspending? That's the first thing you should say to yourself. And you answer that question to yourself. You don't have to answer it to us. If you are overspending, then you should say, I need to stop spending. Okay. And then the second thing you should say is, do I have a spending allowance? The reason why we give ourselves a spending allowance, so we can control that money, and the rest of our money go to our debt reduction and our emergency fund. So the second thing you do is give yourself 25 or $45 a week allowance that you can spend however you want to spend it, because the rest of the money is going for emergency fund. We're trying to get $1,000 for your emergency fund. All right. You might only have $20, but thank God you got 20. So maybe you could say, in the next 3 months, I'm going to have $500 in my emergency fund. But that's all you focus on right now, is reducing your spending and working on your emergency fund. Okay. And you're going to do your budget, writing out your budget. What do you have coming in and what you have going out? When is it going in and when is it coming out? And is it balanced? Are you over? You got some extras, that's good. But if you're in the negative, we need to figure out, do we need to get rid of some Netflix, some Hulus, start taking our lunches together, decrease the groceries amount, do some meatless Mondays. Like, what do you need to do to make that happen, to get to be have extra? Because the extra is to go for your emergency money, and the extras is to start reducing debt. How do we reduce debt? Overpower. We start with our least debt. So we give a goal of there's a $200 credit card bill that you have that you pay $10 a month because it's the minimum payment. So now in 4 months, we're going to say we're going to sacrifice our lattes and eating out so much, and we're going to take $50 a month and we're going to pay off that credit card. The rest of our bills, we're going to pay the minimum. We're not going to miss payments, and we're not going to skip any payments because we're worried about our credit score in the meantime. So then, yeah, you got some bills that are high percentage. Let's not worry about that. Let's just get one good win. We pay that $200 off, and guess what? 4 months later, you've paid that off. You've saved some money. You've done your emergency fund. You got about $500 in your emergency fund. You're feeling good about yourself. And then you start with the next debt. You take that $50, right? You take that $50 and you start paying the next debt. Let's say that next debt is $500. So you take that $50 and you was only paying $10 for that $500 debt. So now you have $60 a month that you're gonna put on that. Maybe you got a bonus and you may got $100. So now you take that $100 and that $60. Now you got $160 minus that $500. You see how we're doing it? Overpower. That's how you do it. Every bit of extra money, but you stop spending. You don't incur no new debt. You don't get in no more new debt, and you start looking at those bills and you say, "Oh my God, how can I pay this off? How can I make this happen?" And that's what you do. Overpower. You do that. You do that, and you make sure that you stick it with that plan. You write it down somewhere. You talk to yourself. You say it out loud. In 3 months, I'm going to pay this off. In 4 months, I'm going to pay. You got to be specific. You can't be willy-nilly and be like, well, maybe. No, write it down. Put it on your walls in your bathroom, on your refrigerator, in your car, on the dashboard. There's a place to put something there, even if you have to tape it. I don't care. But the Bible says write the vision and make it plain. So overpower, you want to say, I'm stop spending. I'm going to be on a spending allowance. I have a budget. I'm working on my emergency fund. I'm trying to get $500 to $1,000 in my emergency fund. Once you do that, then you say, now I'm going to start debt reduction. I'm going to pay off that $200 credit card, and so on and so forth. And you be excited and you salute yourself and you tell your friends, I paid off a bill, and you get excited. And you don't celebrate by going and spending some money. You celebrate by cooking them groceries in your house, and you calling your friends friends over, and you get excited and y'all laugh and you show them how you did it, and you take those same principles and you pay off the next bill. That's what you do. That's what you do. So now, overpower. Now that I gave you that was a quick summation. Can you think of, yes, Jill talked about vision boards and books work. Sometimes we have to write it down. A vision board is good. You might have a house, and I'm not trying to say you want a $1 billion house, but say you want a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with a yard because you got some kids. You want get a picture of something that looks like what you want and put that on your vision board. Okay? Or if you just write a stick figure of a house with you and your kids and a dog on it, and you put 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,100 square foot. Put it down. Be specific. Say what you want. Put it on there. If you want Formica cabinets. No, I shouldn't say Formica. You might want what is it? I have it in my house and I can't even think of it. You know those the towels on the floor, ceramic towels on your floor. You might want granite countertops. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you. Granite countertops. Put those things down, right? How much you want to pay. You might not just want to pay but $1,800 a month. That's all you want to pay. Put down what you want, because you got to start living that vision out daily. You don't wait till you get something to get excited about it. You believe for something. You stretch your faith. You write those things down. You believe and you say it. Me and my kids we're no longer in an apartment. We're in a home, and we're in a home that we can pay for, that we're not financially stressed out. So think of those things, overpower. What are those three things that you want to do for the 2024 new year? Three financial goals that you want to work on so you could be successful, because one day you want to be trading, one day you want to do drop shifting, you want to be able to invest in your retirement. Those are the things that you want. So we write these things down. I'm telling you, when I paid off that 124K in 16 months, 16 months wasn't a goal. My goal was to just pay it off. I just got so excited and I was like, I don't care. I'm going to be on this $25 a week allowance and I'm going to pay every dime I get. I'm paying on my bills, paying on my bills, paying on my bills. And that's what I did. And every Friday, I used my $25 to go to the Mexican restaurant that I love and get my shrimp fajitas and my drinky drink. And I celebrated with the people outside because it was COVID and I was too afraid to be inside. And that's what I did. That's what I did. Every week for $25, that's all I spent. And I paid off 30,000 in consumer debt and 94 in consumer debt and 30,000 in mortgage debt in 16 months. And 2.5 years later, I'm on a 16-week extravaganza trip, going to multiple places, doing a variety of things, enjoying life. So, overpowered, I hope that helped you. Look in the chat. Jill has wrote some good things down about what she's doing and what she's thinking about. So that might kind of spark some ideas for you. But I see that you are someone of purpose. You want to do things. You want to make some things happen. I don't want you to get the cart before the horse. That's what we say in the South. We start day trading and drop shifting, and we don't even have money for an emergency. Yes, I want you to have those goals, but get some finances in order. And I'm not saying that you don't have them. I'm just speaking to the masses. Get your finances in order so when you start day trading and drop shipping and doing those things, you don't have to stop because the money needs to be pulled back. A lot of people start investing and they're like, oh, I got to go get the money out of the investment because I got to pay my light bill. No, you want to get things together so when you start investing that you will be able to continue to do it. And some of us are in homes that we can't afford. Some of us need to downsize. Some of us are in cars that we can't afford. Like, do what you need to do. But Shakespeare says, to thine own self be true. Be true to yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and recap. This today was about, being at this is week 8 actually, of what we're going into week 8. I'm just so confused because I'm on vacation. And when you're in vacation mode, you're just so laissez-faire. But all I have to say is stop the spending, come up with your weekly spending allowance, create that budget, okay? And do your emergency fund and then start your debt reduction plan with your lowest debt. In the meantime, think of anything that you have in your house that you could sell and get rid of it. Bring cash back into the house for your debt. Okay. And if you got to buy something, what's wrong with the thrift stores or anything? I'm talking about people that are really hard up and need an outfit for a specific thing, but they don't have any money. Go to these thrift stores or start selling something out of your house to get the money and declutter. Let me tell you, decluttering is the best feeling. I left my house. The only thing now I got to get in that garage. But I got into all my closets. I do have one closet up under the stairwell. And I kind of store things in there. So I need to organize that in my garage. So that's my goal, because I believe that in the end of the year, you want to leave your house like really clean. The old folks say, but for New Year's, you want to have a clean house. However you end the year, you want to start the year right. So clean up and get everything organized, garage, get you some money overpowered from the garage. You might have kids that they're outgrown their clothes. You might have some friends that kids are your age, the sizes, and you can barter, give them some of those things. They might have something that you need. You got to use your imagination and declutter. Oh, get that place cleaned up. Not that it's filthy like dirt, but it's clutter. Get rid of the clutter. Get organized. Downsize. And have some space so you can see some things. And that's what we're doing here. So I'm going to leave you with this. The 3 goals that we are going to achieve for the next 29 days is setting up 3 financial goals, a plan, a vision of what your financial future will look like for 2024. What goals, what strives, what changes, what things will you do to rearrange your financial situation for 2024? Writing it down in every quarter: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Every quarter, 4 times a month, you're going to look at those things and you're going to say, oh, I've done it. Now, actually, every month you're going to look at it, but you're going to celebrate every quarter because you've made a stride. You stopped spending. You paid off a debt. You have money in your emergency fund. You even got you a part-time job to pay your bills off. Or you work some overtime specifically for that bill, that $200 credit card that you're going to pay $50 a month for the next 4 months and pay it off. And you're going to be so excited. These are the things you're going to do. So make it a written plan visually and put it around your house that you got 3 goals, financial goals that you will embark on. Clean up that house, declutter. I tell you, you got money, money, money in that house. You got boats and cars and bikes and vacuum cleaners and all kinds of crap that you don't want, but somebody else will. Sell it. Get on Facebook Marketplace. Offer up, all these different Craigslist. Do things like that and get rid of. Have a yard sale. Post it. Call your family and friends and let them know that you're going to, and put that stuff out your house and don't bring it back. If it don't sell at the last hour, start making it low, 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 and then put it on the curb. Do it the day before the garbage man comes. That way it can stay on the curb. Don't bring that SHIT back into your house. Let that clutter stay on the curb and keep it pushing. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. And I am at destination number 2 on my vacation. Go over to TikTok, Adrian Arnold 198. I'm at Adrian Arnold 198, Nurse Adrian on TikTok, and see what I've been doing. I've been doing my vlogging of my vacation, and I've been having such a good time, enjoying my vacation. And so now I have to get up and get dressed, and I got to put some suntan lotion on, sunblock, not lotion, sunblock, and get out there and get some sun rays and enjoy this beach and this pool. Love you guys, and welcome back next week. Overpowered will be back here at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time every Saturday, and we'd love to have you back. Overpowered. Love you, love you, love you, Jill. And hello, ma'am. I don't know who you are because I can't read it. It's in looks like Chinese or something, but we're going to be back here every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're talking about financial empowerment, and set your 3 goals of financial things that you will do for 2024 to reduce your debt and become debt free. Consumer debt free. I'm at my 2.0. You know what, you guys? I'm at 2.75. I'm almost at 3 years of consumer debt free. Consumer debt free. Woo! It feels good. It feels good. Yeah. And I'm on a 16-day vacation excursion. Love it, love it, love it. Y'all have a wonderful day. Manage your money. Reduce your spending. Reduce your spending. $25 to $45 a week is all your spending. Spending goals, spending goals, spending goals. Love you. Goodbye.